And somewhat look, I suppose there's no disappointing way to get through to a Champions League final. You're through to the final, but you want to do it playing properly.
Well, once we've got the result, now you've got to analyse the performance, what was good about it and what was bad about it. First half, there was a lot of good things. Forward play, attacking, creating things. Second half, giving the ball away time after time, and bad decisions at the back. They never built it from the back at all. Obviously no confidence in the goalkeeper with his feet at the back, because the centre halves never split at all. Everything went long, lost possession, and conceded 4, but could have conceded a lot more. So as a manager, you've got to be worried about that as well. So that's an aspect they've got to start working at.
Look, Real Madrid is watching this game as well. They saw the first leg and they said, oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Yes, but then Liverpool will look at Real Madrid last night and go, oh, we can beat Real Madrid, because they didn't.
But they still have the technique. They still have it.
And you don't think Liverpool do?
No, today, second half, there's so many poor decisions, you know, and it could have been vital also. If all the chances that they had, you know, if you look at it, the moment that Dzeko was fouled by the goalkeeper, that was not offside, could be a foul, penalty, and a red card. So why are you risking all these things? It was a nightmare to watch. Pity, because you want to go in with a good feeling. But it's more what you give to Real Madrid when they see this. They look at this and they say, this is a lot of areas where we can hurt them.
It's a fantastic achievement. Liverpool get to the Champions League final. But that second half performance, and they analyse it as a coaching team, the manager, lots of work to be doing defensively.
It's a pity because of the first leg. And now maybe they can say, okay, we can concentrate ourselves now on that final. Okay, there's still a lot to do in their own competition, because also after the game, the first game, they had to play Stoke, couldn't do it.
Yes.
Salah missed a sitter there also. So it's difficult to be in all competitions, but what you need in a game like this is, like, you need to have the routine to think about yourself. Look, we scored 2 goals here. We need to play the game. Just play. Don't spend any energy on running with the ball. Let the ball do the work, because Saturday is another game. And you think of that. So the big teams think like that, and they just outplay the game. And I didn't see that. You're running still like headless chickens.
But they don't have the players to do that, really.
But you have.
Okay, so they don't have the mentality to do that.
But you need to. It's intelligence.
Well, that's the coach. The coach has got to get that implanted into their brains. But we're 4 goals up, and they're not wanting the ball, keeping the ball.
Let's hear from the coach. I'm not sure what he's on. He needs to calm down.
He needs to calm down.
He's got a very good strike force in Salah, Mane and Firmino. Have now scored more goals than BBC and MSN in their time in the Champions League in one season. A terrific achievement. What he's got to worry about is getting carried away like he seemed to have done, which he said his players were getting carried away tonight.
It was... Look, it's just a matter of a little bit of intelligence. You think about it. You see the game. You read the game. There were so many possibilities just to play it. Just play triangles. And you kill the game. You kill also the rhythm of the game. You play your own rhythm. That is intelligence. You cannot all the time think, okay, long ball to the front 3 and they will manage it. They couldn't, because Salah, how many times was he offside second half? That was all the time. So means also he was off. There were so many opportunities there. And I think he was right. Robertson was the best player.
The lead was too great.
He was the best player.
Well, the 4 goals ahead in the tie.
Yeah.
And they still couldn't rotate the ball, keep possession. It's like, it's a problem with the team. They've got to evolve as a team. The next stage of their development is, period in the game, we're just going to have to keep the ball, 20, 30 passes, tire the opposition out, and then go and try and score a goal. But every time they get it forward, try and score, lose it. And I was really disappointed. I was a midfielder my whole career. I was looking at Henderson, and there's periods in that game where his fullback's got the ball, and he's marking one of their players. When you're a central midfield player, you're a playmaker. When your teammates have got the ball at the back, you've got to be making angles to receive it. And he wasn't. Sadly, he was marking an opponent. That tells me
he was hiding.
He wasn't wanting. There's it, perfect. He was hiding. He wasn't wanting the ball in periods in that game, which for me is disappointing. And he's going to be England's playmaker at the World Cup. I don't think so.
Look, when things go well, then it looks good.
Of course. And it looked good very good in
Yes.
the first leg, and
Yes.
he got lots of plaudits, and so did James Milner in that first leg. Not so many tonight, but it doesn't matter. So, I'll give you a side each to manage.
Yeah.
This is potentially the way they will line up. Rudy, you taking Real Madrid, or
The thing is, what I like about this is especially the diamond shape here. Isco is not a player who plays on the outside. He will float around all the time in behind him. That makes it difficult for the midfield for Liverpool, because Isco goes on Henderson, and they still have one left in the middle, Casemiro. He has more time and more space to deliver.
And you're going to play Casemiro rather than Kovacic, who played
Yes,
last night?
I like it, because
Okay.
you need, because he will give them protection, especially for the
More
front
solidity.
three.
Okay.
Interesting how he never played in the semi-final.
I know, the second leg.
He was on the bench, which
Yeah.
surprised us all yesterday. Kovacic played very well. I thought he was one of the better players yesterday. For me, this is a strong area for them. They're better than Liverpool in here. They will control the game in here. Better footballers, sharper minds.
Staying on this. We don't know. Injured at the moment, hamstring.
Yeah.
Don't know whether he'll be fit. What happens? He's a natural the right back, number 2. What happens if Carvajal doesn't there? Lucas Vasquez went in. Who
Two
plays?
choices. Nacho, who's played there before.
So you're putting in a defender.
Yeah, but Nacho is more
He's more here.
He's a centre half.
Yeah.
Or a winger.
He started as a right back.
Yes, but it cost him a lot of red cards to understand this position,
okay.
but eventually he did.
Yeah.
So I think then they rather have somebody, look, you want to keep that in touch.
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay.
Varane and Ramos, you want to keep that. They did very well against Bayern Munich with all the high balls.
But you've got to play
You need
Carvajal.
pace. You need pace. Because against Salah, Firmino and Mane, you need pace.
Okay.
This is vitally important because Mane, pace, Robertson, constantly overlapping, bombing up here. So if he's not playing, this will be a real key area for Liverpool.
What about here? These are, okay, if I just moving back for you, this is the 3 that playing at the moment, because there's nobody else fit really to play in this midfield. Van Aanholm's coming for Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Emre Can, 50-50. 50-50 that he'd be fit.
Look, if Can, if they think about it, he should play already some games before that final. Because you can't just put him there if he hasn't played. I would not do that. I would not pay the risk. So the biggest problem they have is this one.
You think so?
Look, he played well in the first game.
First game was brilliant.
He was today,
yes,
nightmare. He will look at it. He says, this is a good part to take advantage of. Oh. So he will bomb all the time on him, and he will keep him on his toe. Can he handle that?
So what do? You hope Klein gets some games before the final?
This is now going to be a big decision, because at this moment in time, he's a right back.
Both right backs.
On tonight's performance, he looked a little bit naive and looked like he had lost a lot of energy in his pace. So if his semi-finals are big games to play in, and everybody worries about losing them, he looked like he'd lost a lot of energy thinking about the game last night, because that wasn't the player I've been watching against Sane in the previous round. He was different class defensively, but tonight it's like his brain was switched off and his legs. He was a yard short all over.
Who wins this?
Look, I hope a little bit for Liverpool. I hope, but they have to perform well. And also, they have looked at this one. He was not at his best also today. Liability. I think Klopp is looking already for a new goalkeeper.
I know. Well,
I think he was the one who played for Roma.
Exactly. Maybe
he wants him.
Pick your winner, John.
I think it'll be a high-scoring final. I think it might be the highest-scoring final ever.
5-4.
I'll worry about this. They'll be identifying this. This is a weak area. And look, they've got clever players, goal scorer, coming into form maybe at the right time. Bale coming off the bench.
We are worried now. We are worried about Liverpool.
We
want them to be successful, but they have to get a performance out as they play at home.
Yeah.
Because if they're not, it's going to be a difficult game, a really difficult game, especially what we already analysed about these. They rule the game.
Midfield. But let's not forget, whatever the performance, Liverpool are in the final, Rude.
No. The thing is this. After the first game against Rome, you thought, this is a side who can be very excited when they get in the final against Real Madrid. Now, after this performance, I think to myself, they get battered in midfield. Kroos, Modric, Casemiro,
Isco.
They're going to get hammered. And I know that the midfield is not the strongest, but they were hiding themselves. They were not doing anything. If there was a possibility to outplay Rome, it was also today, and do some clever things. But now they were losing the ball. They were not doing anything. And I think to myself, do they have a chance now against Real Madrid? I begin to doubt, because they have to perform better than they did here. And they play on neutral ground.
Yeah.
If you play at Liverpool, I can say, oh, it's going to be outstanding. But now, I don't know.
They'll score goals. They will score goals.
But that's my disappointment.
Could be quite a final. Make sure you watch it here with us, here on beIN Sports.